Glover. I'm the boys head coach at Lawrence Central. I double as the girls sprint coach. What got me into this position, honestly, it was one, running in high school. I ran at LC in 2005, and that basically provided my education at IU. Once I got back into the real world, pretty much trying to figure out where I was supposed to be at, what I'm gonna do for a living. And when I got settled into a career, the defensive coordinator at LC had called me and was like, "Hey, you think you want to start coaching? You think you want to get into coaching?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I volunteer. I love to volunteer to coach, you know?" He's like, "Nah, man. I need you to coach. Like, there's a stipend involved." I said, "How much is a stipend you talking about?" He said, "Man, it ain't nothing. It's gonna be gas money, but you'll get the boys. You'll get to work with the boys." That was about 10 years ago. So 2014, 2015 was strictly boys coach, boys sprints. My good friend, who's now a Wabash coach, Tyler McCurry, had a couple of girls that he just flat out said, I don't know what to do with them. I'm a distance coach. Would you mind working with them? First, I was like, man, I don't want to work with no girls, man. Got to deal with attitudes, got to deal with all that stuff. I grew up in a house full of women anyway, so I'm like, nah, I'm cool. But he almost was like, hey, well, we're doing block starts today. I'm going to send them with you. So then I started working with the girls, and then at LC had a good amount of turnover with head coaches, and ended up just saying, hey, give me all the sprinters.
So tell us about, I mean, clearly track and field is in your blood. And it's interesting when we're on these calls, we get to know more about the coaches. Never would have known you were LC alumni. So it all makes sense. Comes full circle about your passion, especially with the athletes that you coach and what we see when you're on the field. So that's amazing to see it come full circle. And so because you've been coaching for 10 plus years, kind of walk us through how your core philosophy has changed, kind of on a whim. The coach is like, oh, I want you to help with the girls. Then it started out as, you working with block stars and then the rest is history. So kind of tell us about how your program has evolved under your leadership over the years.
Anytime you start a program, you kind of figure out what type of identity you have. My heavy influence was Mike Holman. He's the one that introduced me to track. I was a football, wrestling kid. I wrestled from the fifth grade on up.
Mm-hmm.
Before fifth grade. But he had basically saw me running sprints and was like, hey, this is something anybody can do and anybody can have fun with it. So hearing him say that, and then within those years, he coached me to a state title, a personal state title, a personal state record at LC, a personal record at LC. It basically put me in a position where I was good at football. All state honorable mention, but I was a little guy. I couldn't sustain that at the collegiate level. I didn't want to play past high school. This gave me an avenue to get an education. Almost one of those things where uh, the little hood kid got the opportunity to lead a hood,
Mm-hmm.
to go into Bloomington which is an extremely different atmosphere. But that fostered a love for track and field and made me think, if I could create a program, I would create a program with the deficits that I didn't receive at the high school level. And that's not a dig at Coach Holman or anything. It's just hindsight's always 2020. I tell the kids now, hey man, if I had super spikes, I'm going 10-2 in high school. So it's one of those things, like, from training regimens to knowing how I would have wanted to be coached, and being in a position where I was coached exactly the way I wanted to be in high school. Now I get that opportunity to coach that, and the knowledge that actually being able to run it at a high level gave me. So it wasn't just, I know what I'm doing, y'all need to listen. It's a, hey, I know what I'm doing. If you look 20 plus years in the past, my name is in the booklet that says I won state. I know you guys feel like you can just run hundreds and 200s and get better, and that's just it. But you're gonna have to get them 400s in there, buddy. You're gonna have to get that. You're gonna have to get that diverse training in there, and it's not going to be allocated to size. It's not going to be allocated to what feels good. It's going to be what is good for you. So I bring that to my kids. I have a saying: I will never make you do something that I never did. I will never come out here, coach you in sprints, and tell you, hey, go out there and run this 800 today. Now, what that does mean is if you are a young man and my best female sprinter is an 11.8 right now, and you're a 12, we can have that talk. Hey, man, we're going to increase your mileage. You can stay with the sprints, but Tuesday, Thursdays, you're going to have to go holler at Coach Ball. And you bring in people that know how to ease kids into that uptick in mileage instead of just saying, it's my rules, deal with it. So realistically, I just wanted, and I'm still working on building a program where they know what's expected. And when you know what's expected, you know that the choices are allocated to how you perform. We are a numbers-based sport. If you are a junior running 11.8 as a male in high school, it's time to pump up. It's time to go up. I have expectations of them and I believe in them. Then it's time for you to believe in yourself and try something different. Try something new. You never know. That 11.8 might turn into a 2 flat. Might turn into a 155. Now you're actually talking about viable college money. Instead of wasting away 10th on the depth chart.
Right. And I think we spoke to one of your 800 runners, but I'm not sure if that was his scenario, but I know he was an 800 runner, but he didn't give us that backstory. Yeah.
If it was him,
he was talking about,
if it was him, absolutely. At the talk, he want. I'm gonna go play soccer. Soccer didn't work out. Hey man, go ahead and hit them trails, man.
Yes.
Get you a couple Ks in.
Yeah. Now, Coach, you have a couple. Well, you have several athletes out here that are pretty outstanding. We go on both on the sprint side as well as like the hurdles and the jumps. How do you balance out in your training, like doing the technical aspects versus just straight sprint work with your athletes?
I trust my team, man. I trust my coaching staff. If it's days where I see a deficiency in running form or a deficiency in speed endurance or things of that nature, we'll address it on a week-to-week basis. The baseline of training, I go with the guidelines of IHSAA. You know how we got, we may be able to start out with a max of 20 hours a week working with them. Then you can add in weight training and things like that. But a lot of sprint mechanics and a lot of technique can transfer into other areas. So I know that if I notice that Ja'Kiah's running form is taking a slack, I might hit up Coach Coleman and be like, hey, I got this workout plan for Thursday. Can I get her from jumps for a workout? She'll be back with you on Monday. Sure, that works. We're good with that. If we're with hurdles and Evans in that transitional, hey, I need 200 work. I hit up Coach Micah. Hey, what are you doing on Thursday? I got this planned. We're going to do race planning for the 200. Probably put some wickets out there coming off the curve to make sure his knee lift is there. Little things that we all discuss in our group chat and move on from there. I am a proponent of one, having knowledge of the game.
Mhm.
Ultimately, we're all doing the same stuff, whether it's with tech or without tech. We're all doing the same thing. So if you hire up your staff and they are well versed in it, you should be able to trust them. People believe I'm the one that comes up with the relays and things like that. I talk to my throws coach about relays. I talked to Coach Abdullah. Hey, what did this look like to you?
Mhm.
Hey man, that second leg didn't look too good. I think it's time to move Anaya back there.
Yeah.
You're right. I talked to Coach Holman. Coach Holman has been coaching my entire life. I'm about to be 40. He's still USATF certified and everything. He's an Indiana Hall of Fame coach. I'm going to ask him everything under the sun.
Right.
Hey, coach, you think it's too much if I have the boys do this, this, and this 3 days before conference? And he'll tell me flat out. He'll either continuously ask me questions about why do you want this, Willie? Why do you want this to go? Like, what are you expecting to happen? Or he'll just flat out say, nah, that's not smart, man.
Mhm.
You might want to check this out. You might want to look into this.
Mhm.
And we can pick it up from the kids, man.
Right.
The one thing about Evan Williams is he's a goofy dude, but he will tell you what he needs at that time, at a certain time. Coach, you ain't worked in the blocks with me. My bad, man. You been hurdling. I just thought that we needed hurdles more so.
Mhm.
Coach Glover, why you don't like me? No, it has nothing to do with that, man. I'm just looking at it from aspect of you're going to be fit in our off season. Our off season, we're going to train you up to be fit. The technical stuff can get beat in the entire season until we taper and you get ready for championship part of the season.
So I mean, I'm assuming like the philosophy you have, you're gonna stay fit, and then we can get the technical part. Is that kind of how you help them improve throughout the season?
That's how I get them accustomed to improving throughout the system. Few people understand. Oh, okay, for my relays. Recently and in the past, my relays start out slow, and it's almost like, hey man, what you doing? What's going on? I'm like, hey, just trust me. We're not meant to run fast right now. We are running on tired legs. We are building up to that boom. And once that boom comes, people are going to recognize it. People are going to recognize you. But I need y'all to trust me. I need y'all not to become YouTube University speed technicians and look at what I've done and what we're doing as, oh man, I gotta do that now. Was it comparison is a thief of joy?
Mhm.
Live through it.
Right.
You will be in shape. Once we taper down, you will feel good. And when you feel good, you will run fast. Coach Prom said, you look good, feel good, run good. He said the pay good part in, I ain't paying you nothing. But the idea would be to get your education handled if we can get you showcased in those upper echelon meets in them meets where college scouts are going to be there. They're going to be paying attention to you. And in those opportunities where they're not paying attention to you, but you stand out to them.
Absolutely. Always tell the athletes, you never know who's watching. So watch what you say and watch what you do.
Ooh,
There could be somebody that make or break that. So as far as your coaching approach, how do you balance athletes who are more elite or have more experience compared to your newcomers? How do you balance varying levels of experience?
Like I said, the training remains the same. I said we all have our macro and micro cycles and how we're moving within it.
Mhm.
It's giving them the opportunity to feel something rather than being a number.
Mhm.
These kids will run through anything for you if they feel like you care.
Right.
Repeat 200 workouts, repeat 400, things of that nature. They will do it all if you care.
Mhm.
And as crazy as they are, and as personal accountability kind of wavers with them, their discernment is for real. They
Mhm.
know a fraud. They
Yeah.
know if you just using them to puff up your brand,
Right.
if you're using them to make you look like the greatest coach ever.
Mhm.
I want everybody in my program to know for a fact that Coach Glover cares.
Right.
And Coach Glover's going to point out, hey, man, congratulations. Well, what, Coach? Last week you went 12-1. This week you went 11-7.
Mhm.
Oh, man, I ain't think you was paying attention. I ain't even know. Man, I got to write down numbers every week after
Right.
every meet. So I
Right.
caught it. And I appreciate your hard work, man.
Mhm.
If they feel like you care, they'll run through a brick wall for you.
With the kids that you've had throughout the years, what's probably been your biggest success story, so to speak?
Taylor Herbert. I watched her run. This was the year that I said, nah, I'm not working with girls. And then Tyler sent me girls. So I'm watching her run. And keep in mind, I have no idea about his roster. I don't know times. I don't know anything. I just keep on seeing this girl, and she's running everything. She ran cross country. I'm a sprints coach. I can't help her with that. I don't know about it. Well, she ran the 1. Okay, but she ran cross country. She wanted the 2. Still, why y'all got her in sprints if she ran cross country? She ran the 4. And she is the fastest on the team in this. Oh. So what you're telling me is we're trying to get her into sprints. I make up this elaborate scheme, and it's me playing around a lot. I joke around with everybody. Y'all see me at the track meets.
Yes. Yes.
I tell her, I'm not working with you in blocks until you decide what you're going to do. And she's looking at me as a freshman, terrified. Like, what do you mean you're not working at me? I said, I'm not working with you. You need to tell your coach that you're sprinting or you're doing distance. And that's final. I'm looking at Tyler the whole time like, hey, tell me if she comes to you. I'm going to work with her in blocks, but right now she's dealing with a nagging injury. I'm not putting her in the blocks, but I'm going to keep this
Mhm.
going. Does her rehab, gets her hips evaluated, does the whole 9. Sophomore year comes back. She's like, I'm ready to do sprints. So, okay. First meet, I think she opened up her sophomore year with like something crazy, like a 12-1. I'm like, we might be able to do something. But she came up the same time as Ramaya Elliott.
Mhm.
And that girl was a monster. So you're looking at girls that you see constantly. Again, I wasn't versed in the girls track and field aspect. I only followed the boys like that.
Mhm.
I'm looking, but I'm seeing shades of where, hey, we could probably turn her into a state champion.
Right.
Told Tyler, yeah, I work with all the sprints. Give me your relays. Give me the 1, 2, 4x1, and I'll work with them specifically. They could work with the boys. Told her and her parents, if you follow this track, I think I can get you a scholarship. I think by your senior year, we can go 11-8, 11-9. That should be able to parlay you a scholarship. We were training her.
Mhm.
I trained her to run the 1, the 2, and the 4. We
Mhm.
didn't have 4 viable legs for 4x1. So we were looking at points at state through Taylor Herbert in the 1, the 2, and the open 4.
Mhm.
She did it. did everything I said, did everything I asked until her senior year, where she'll tell the story behind me and her beef in her senior year. But she ultimately ends up putting together a 4x1 relay,
Oh,
and they get third at state.
okay.
We put it together after she won county and beat Ramaya in the 4, but then decides, hey, I don't want to run the 4. Ultimately, she ends up getting a scholarship to Louisville,
Louisville.
mhm, then Purdue,
Yes.
and it was one of those things like I'd never had an experience where, hey, I told this kid, if you listen right now, I can get you a scholarship. And it actually happened. I talk a lot, man. I talk a lot. So some of the stuff is like, dog, do you believe the mess you saying? Because you said some crazy stuff.
Right. Right.
But it came back and it was like, yo, I really did that. I really did that. And it's one of those things that's what we coach for. I put her on a track to where she was able to get her education for free. She left school without debt. She is a model citizen and just an overall great person. And at a certain point in time, I was a key function of bringing that out of her. And now she's my kid. I don't care what nobody says.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. I love that. I remember the more you talked about her, I'm like, yes, I do remember her. And then the more you talked, I'm like, Louisville. I remember her and Ramaya at BD at state going toe to toe in a 2. But super sweet. Like you love it when kids are just really humble but competitive at the same time. So that was a great find, and that takes great coaching to do that. And not everybody is in the space of being a great coach, that's for sure.
Well, and it looks like you're still doing it right now.
Right, absolutely.
Because I was swore Anaya was a basketball player.
Right.
Anaya is one of those kids that you see and you're like, you have all of the tools. God, I wish you specialized with us.
Yes.
God, I wish you would just say, Coach, I'm pretty good at this. I think I might want to do this.
Right.
But she's also blessed to be a walking double-double in basketball.
Right.
Same metrics as Ramaya, maybe a little bit more fast twitchy, but heart out of this world. We run with the boys. Hey, I'm gonna beat you today. Get out my face. I'm gonna beat you. Like, nah, you can't beat that boy. He went 10, so I don't care. I'm gonna beat him today. Watch, coach. Why ain't you watching, coach? Nah, but she was another one we had since freshman year. She was more raw talent than Taylor. A lot of people don't know she came in as a jumper.
Yeah.
She came in high jump, won indoor MIC her freshman year in high jump. But she was running, and she was a scary case. If a kid is running fast with awkward or different form, you don't touch it. Quincy Wilson, you leave it alone. She was one of those that I play basketball. I'll try anything. What do you want me to do? Now you have Clay. This year, we forget she doesn't have AAU basketball. And somebody told her, hey, Anaya, if you shed a little bit of pounds, you might be able to move. She caught that when it was just a passing conversation. I'm a fan of kids that do other sports. And when you're in that sport, I don't want to hear about track. I don't need to hear about, coach, I'm gonna run fast this year. Man, focus on basketball, focus on football. I'm gonna be here.
Mhm.
But me and her was talking, and she was like, hey, coach, guess what? I'm like, what's up? I'm down 15 pounds. I said, oh, we about to win state this year. Laughing. We about to win state this year. Go ahead, get a ring in basketball, but we gonna win state. Me and you, 1, 2, 4x1. We gonna do it. She came in. Soon as track starts, I'm getting YouTube, TikTok. I'm getting all this stuff sent from Nia McKenzie. Nia McKenzie. Coach, how can I change this? Coach, how can I change this? You sending me all the same stuff if a simple fix. See your hands when you're running and pick up your knees.
Mhm.
How do I know if I'm doing it right? The NC girls are going to show you if you're doing it right. Because they're going to be moving. Coach Vincent don't play that. I know this. I knew this the first 4x2 that we ran indoors. Said, if we win this, he's going to adapt and they're going to run smarter. You need to too.
Mhm.
It's a progression.
Mhm.
It's her buy-in, even when our people may not have bought in.
Right.
And it's the talk before that. It's a talk at LC. Hi, McKenzie. You're going to go 24 today, and you're going to go 11 today.
Mhm.
I don't know, coach. I don't know. Ain't no need to know why.
Right.
That's where we're lined up for. Now, somewhere on that spectrum, you're going to figure it out, and it's all going to come together. And the crazy thing is, we don't even know if we have it figured out completely.
Mhm.
We just know that she is now bought in, and now we have a different animal. We have a different type of runner. But even then, you still have to be thirsty. You still have to be fighting because you still have your Gabbies, your Emersons, young lady from Franklin Central, Akua, the Brownsburg girl that's insane,
Yeah.
Fort Wayne Carroll girl that's insane. You have these people that y'all all have a blanket target.
Mhm.
So it can literally be who wants it more on that day.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Ania's an animal.
Yeah.
She believes
Oh,
that
we see it. Oh, we see it.
Yeah.
she believes that I want it, coach.
Mhm.
I want it, coach. Let's get there. What are we doing today to do it?
Yeah.
What are we running today to do it? And it's just a blessing to have kids like that. When you have
Yeah.
one kid like that, you get Jakaya buying into it, another Anaya buying into it.
Right.
And then you get some of the boys buying into it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we're golden.
Appreciate you joining us. We
Yes.
we might have to get you back on here. We
Yeah,
got
for
a lot to talk
sure. Part
about.
2, for sure. Yeah.
We were real quick at the meets, like what up, what up. Everybody keeps moving.
Right.
But yeah.
We all trying to make sure our kids ain't doing nothing stupid.
Right. No, for real. But no, it's always good, like I said, to get to know the coaches on the other side and athletes as well. But you get to know more about your passion and your engagement with your athletes for sure. And we see it. So it's good that we were able to finally get you on the show.
People want to follow you and just kind of keep
Yes.
up with you. Where should they go? Should they Instagram or somewhere else?
I'm heavy on Instagram just because it's where all the kids at. They want to put their commitment videos to high school commitments and stuff like that on there. So I have my own personal page that's at Mr. Exclusive _. And we also have our LCTF, LC Track and Field page where we try to keep a good media presence for people to see our kids and try to puff up our kids' accolades.
Guess we'll see
And
you.
good luck with the rest of the season. And we'll see you this week.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
Yep.